Hey guys, Popular Boat here, and today I'm playing some more Cities Skylines in our lovely little Popville. Everything's gone pretty damn well, I have to say. We've grown great. I am pretty happy with how these look from the sky. We're not just doing a silly grid, everything is pretty nicely laid out. We have a lot of demand for residential, and I can't really be bothered building a whole new suburb, so I think we're going to start replacing some things with high density. Now the tricky part is working out where we want to do that. I think the most sensible way to grow is going to be out from the university, because that's got the most traffic coming in and the most public transport options getting out. So let's swap this big block all over to high density, and I'm going to put a footpath in here while they rebuild. It's taking a bit too much land. Can we get it to fit on that side? Saw it for a second. Let's take snapping off. It's still going to knock out the whole block, so let's just do that. Alright, let's check some little water issues. We'll have to deal with that in a minute. Let's chuck some little trees and junk along the path. Ignore the car driving across the grass. Cool. Look at that, our first high-rise residential. We will have to start working out where we're going to put larger capacities of public transport too. Is that back road? Yeah, that back road is 4-lane as well. Alright, we're making a fair amount of money. Those guys are unhappy about police coverage. That's a bit odd. How busy is that police station? Ooh, it's pretty busy. Okay. Getting a bunch of people using buses, so that's really good to see. I could widen this loop to go further out, but I think that's going to be alright for the moment. Or even shrink this end of it. It doesn't need to go that far out to the edge. Okay, let's do that. We don't need the stops right on the end. Let's chuck one here instead. And move this one over here. Oh, that's because that's not a road. Okay. Let's go there and there instead. Actually, let's go here. We'll knock that one out. Move this one up. And see if this road gets too congested with 2 bus stops there. Thank you kindly, Jacoby. Welcome to the channel. And welcome to the stream. Sounds like you've been watching, but you haven't made a stream yet, so welcome to this one. I love watching the traffic just drive around. Love this game. Okay, this is going to be a main road too. Oh, it's got one right next to it. Oh no, that's just, yeah. Yeah. It might be a main road once we expand out. Whoa, that's a lot of demand for residential. Okay, more high density time. I don't quite want it all to be in one spot. Let's see. Whoa, what the hell's happened here? Oh, right. Because I fucked with how these lanes work. Alright. So that's not gonna work. So we'll have to connect those left lanes up so the buses can actually travel. Because otherwise people are going to have to do silly ways to get places. That should be okay. And that should fix that bus being confused. Yeah. Cool. Okay, where do we have a lot of transport? This area sure does. So how about we get this built up? And while we do that, we'll put a footpath in across here. Snapping back on, bring it up to there, and give it a tiny little curve. And high density. Yeah, that industry hasn't really, well, the demand for industry hasn't recovered since I put this, these office spaces in, so I think we'll get rid of them, or some of them, back to just being regular stuff. Yeah, look at that. A lot of our businesses are having to import products, which is not good. Let's cut back on stuff up here too, because these things are producing resources rather than goods, which this industry area should be doing. So that was a bad choice of upgrading. A little bit of office space is fine, but not this much. Okay, that'll do. Demand for industry is leveling out. Not industry, residential. Now, with all these extra houses, they're going to need more places to park. Let's move this school down one spot, put a footpath across. I like having lots of options for people to get places. If that's going to work as a straight line, let it work. I should get that, the tree paintbrush thing again. Makes it much easier to fill in these spaces, rather than placing individual trees. Yeah, there's some big places in. Pipeline problems, what are you talking about? You're just being awful at pumping up water. high density commercial. How much does that use? Oh, a fair few jobs. We still have more demand for residential again. I think we'll chuck a park in here. Are there any long, thin parks? Maybe one that I made, but I think that's quite massive. Yeah, it's like 8 by 12. That's way too big. I think that was for when I was doing more blocky stuff. It would fit in nicely. Like, oh, that's not even big enough there. Yeah, it's for fitting in between the larger chunks. Way more need for residential again. Okay, let's expand this block. But at the same time, I want to put in a car park, because this is a pretty busy area. I like this bus interchange a lot. It's very nice. Could use a little more greenery though. Okay, these should be filling up, and that should be satisfying the demands we just had. Hey Creeper Inc., how you doing? Haven't seen you in a while. Or haven't caught each other in a while, I guess. Don't know what the hell's going on outside. Lots of sirens today. I'm gonna have to start working out some places for bigger landmarks too. Some of these higher level unique buildings. It would be good to get the library close to the university, because I think that's a pretty sensible place for it to be. Actually, that might be a good spot for it if we could squeeze that in. Ah, yeah. That's fair enough, man. Let's throw some high density down here too. I don't want it to all be in one spot. How'd you go with your exams? Are you confident you did a pretty decent job? Hard to tell. I was not a fan of doing my exams. And that was just high school exams. Why don't you fit? What are you? Primary school. Why do I keep putting primary schools next to cemeteries? Yeah, that can go in there. Would be an icon for the community. Let's get a new photo. I'm trying to use up-to-date photos for the thumbnails as we go. How is traffic looking? We sure are identifying our main lines pretty well. This end still needs fixing. We need a lot more residential again. Okay, how about in the back here? There's plenty of services around, plenty of space. And it's a good place for it to be growing. It is definitely a warning to do well for these kids. I've got their school right across from that one. And lots of car parks. Although, how about we swap one of these out for like a basketball court? Is there space? No. I should get more sports oval kind of things. Actually, that's much better lighting for a photo. Yeah, that's good. We unlock trains next, I believe, in a couple hundred pops. We don't have any trams or anything just yet, but we haven't really had the need to. Buses are doing a fantastic job. But we will get some tram loops up as we develop urban centres that are going to be quite dense. The tricky part is going to be redoing roads to fit them on. Because tram roads, where are you? Because we kind of have to go up to the 4-lane roads with trams, and that takes an extra spot. Still a massive demand for housing. How about we do another block? And see how some of our noise levels are. Getting a bit loud. What I might do is put in some parking, and that will allow people to get off the street, and then I can start putting roads with trees along. And that'll make for some happier people. Hey, there we go, small city. So we've got level 6 unique buildings, trains, new policies, and all the train stations. Alright, where is the train line? Here. The first train line I want to get in is going to be for industrial. So we might make the train station here. Yeah, let's do that. We need to empty that guy. That place is still emptying. Why are you not emptying? Oh, you're full. Okay, I didn't have you set to empty. Trains are really useful. I would play this game more, but I hate being uneven in building games. Yeah, the last time I played this map I had a very grid city, and I quite like how this looks. There's not just dead grids. So this has been a bit of an experiment for me. We'll see how it goes as it gets in further, but I've been finding this very satisfying. Yeah, we're going to get trains in the back here. Probably send them... Under is going to be the best bet to get a train in. And then we have to get it around and down to this end so they have train access as well. So, we need cargo terminals. Oh, actually, I should do my airlock. It shouldn't be too much of a problem, actually. So, let's get a train station built on this end. That'll make them all happy. And probably one... Let's expand this out and have it on this end. Actually, let's make them go in a loop to get there. So that we can avoid some congestion. Okay, this train line is gonna have to be freestyle. Bring it up in here for now, and we'll just send it. Stop going so high, game. Bring it into there. And once that place empties, we can run the train line across the ground, but for now, I'm gonna have to go underground, which is gonna be a bit expensive. That'll do. I thought I had this sharper angles. Oops. There was a mod to do sharp, or like... oh, there we go. I mustn't have it enabled properly. Actually, if we go anarchy mode, alright, that connects fine, so that's one direction. The thing I need to do now is a way for these trains to loop around, so I think what I'll do here is split them off like there. give them... No, that's an ugly ass loop. Stupid trains needing wide turning circles. At least to satisfy my desires for stuff to look reasonably realistic. That's probably about the length of a train. There we go, that'll do. We'll just have to keep an eye on how much traffic that's going to generate on that train line. Because I don't want a stupidly overcrowded one. But at least that'll free up a method for trucks to get in and out of the city. And it should look reasonably nice. Okay, we need more people again. Or housing, I mean. So let's do another bit of high density there. Probably a block here too, actually. This side is quickly becoming the heart of the city. The other side is more like a an old town. Stuff in the middle radiating out. A bit more tricky for development to take place. But still a lovely area. Okay. Ooh, a little bit of demand for industrial again. Which would be nice as this stuff grows. I'm gonna build a park in here using some industrial assets I've made. Cool, that's the correct side. Okay, that's going to feel appropriate for what we've got here. And I can, let's make it a little smaller actually. So they can be industrial on the ends. Remember to have a look at the new train stations. We already have a game. We already have train stations. They're just industrial ones, but we have them. Yes, I know there's train stations. You just told me. Now my concern is the trucks might decide to ignore this station in favour of going up to that one. So we'll have to keep an eye on that too. Okay, let's see how these trains come out. If it looks nice. Perfect. And up and around. Glorious. I'm very happy with this city. So satisfying. Let's grab one more photo for good measure. And it is going to be time for me to call it a day. Alright, on that note, thank you guys for watching. It's been a great day, great afternoon of stream. I'm very happy with how this city is coming along. I'm loving it a lot. Let's even grab one from here too. And that is an episode. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you've been enjoying. Like, subscribe, check out the links under the video, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.